gentlemen, boys and girls, those who are seeking to lose weight, and those who have the weight of the world on them, we have a special session that we do usually on Thursday nights. But honey, we're gonna get it in where we can fit it in. Those of you who keep saying, I want to lose weight too. Those of you who are on my channel complaining about what I'm doing, living my black life. I know you got a weight problem and you want to be doing it too. But guess what? We bring compassion, we bring hope. And Michelle had to share someone, honey. She might not look like what she's been through, but she has lost over 700 pounds. Go figure. And guess what? Now she just like Jesus, honey. She got the solution for you. Okay. So get your wallets ready so you can cash app her. I'm just kidding. But no, not really. Um, she wants to come along and talk to us what she calls leaving large, and go to leavinglarge.com. What she talks about in terms of weight loss is it's not the weight loss and all that stuff and the calories. There ain't none of that stuff. It's the story behind the food, the story behind the weight. And she calls these food stories. So, those of you who come and listen every week, we appreciate you. Those of you who are new, who really want some support, we are right here for it. Tonight, we're going to talk about how can you practice kindness towards yourself as you work on your goals. Michelle, take it away.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! You said so much, Debra Ann. Yes, it is. It is about. It's about compassion, and it's
Yes.
also about clarity.
Oh, yes.
It's about clarity too. And so before we talk about practicing kindness, I just want to say for anybody that is, if you're watching and you want to kind of tap into this thing, I did a TED talk on this very issue, and
Yes.
you can Google Michelle Pettis TEDx talk,
It's
and
in
it
the
will
it's in
come
the
up.
description. It's in the
It's in the
description.
description.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
It's in the description, and you can get some clarity around around this journey that you're on. Because there's a piece of me that doesn't want to call it the struggle. That doesn't want to call it a battle. Deborah Ann and I were talking before we came on tonight, and she said, it is a beautiful journey. And as soon as we reframe and start to think about this process in a different manner, we start to change our mindset about it. I mean, if you think about battle, if you think about struggle, who wants to battle and who wants to struggle? Nobody. But who wants to go on a beautiful journey? Everybody,
Yeah.
right? And you deserve a beautiful journey. And that quite frankly is one of the first ways that we can be compassionate and kind to ourselves, is in the way we think about how we are approaching our goals as a beautiful journey, because everything is about what we think it is the words that we use, is how we frame it, is how we approach it, is the thoughts that we have about it. And that's what makes being brand new, which is my brand, um, that's what makes it so different, because everything we talk about it is is rooted in our belief system. And Deborah was right on when she said, in my book, Leaving Large Stories of a Food Addict, I say it's not about the food, it's about the food. It's what we think, what other people have told us that we believe. And oh, and the thing about that is that we can change it. We have complete authority to change our thoughts. We have complete authority to change our thoughts. And we start changing our thinking, when we start changing our believing, our bodies will follow. You can you can change your mind in an instant, right? You can change your mind in an instant, in a moment, to move in a different direction if the reason is compelling enough. It'll take It'll take your body a while to catch up, but as long as your mind is moving in the right direction, your body has to follow. Your body has to come along with you.
Mhm.
And on this journey, on this journey, the reality is, sometimes we might get off path, right? We might go a little slower than what we want to go. We might find ourselves walking down a trail and thinking, "Oh, this road doesn't lead anywhere. Let me get back on track." That's part of it. Sometimes you have to go down some streets you don't want to go down and realize you don't want to
Oh, yes. Hi, Joanne. Tarita saying hello, and Abitong saying hi.
go. Hi there, let me put my glasses so I can see. Hi, Joanne.
Let me put my glasses
Yes.
on too.
Yes. Abaton family, hello. Joanne, hello. It is so good to see you. And so there are some lessons.
Mm-hmm.
There are some lessons that the only way to learn them is to make a mistake, is to slip. There are some lessons we don't have to learn every single lesson ourselves by making a mistake. That's why being in a group is so important. That's
Yes.
why it's so important to come to our 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time support group. Please read the
Yes.
member that I am in the Facebook group, because we talk about our victories, we talk about our challenges, and when you hear about somebody else's victory or somebody else's challenge, you take it on, right? You can learn from that. You don't have to do it yourself, right? You can
Mm.
celebrate them, and other people can celebrate you. That's why that group, being in a group will accelerate your progress exponentially, exponentially,
Yes.
because we all benefit from one another. And if you can't do that 5 o'clock free group, I invite you. We're on the last couple of days of our Mind Over Meals free online retreat,
Yes.
where each day we're unpacking what it takes to get a brand new mindset, brand new belief system about how to approach this journey. Last
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, we kicked it off last Tuesday with Begin and Believe.
Yes.
Wednesday, we did Rise Up and Reinvent.
Okay.
Thursday, it was alignment and accountability. Friday, it was nutrition and nourishment. Yesterday, it was DSW, not the shoes, but drink, sleep, and right. Right? You like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Drink, sleep, and right. And today, it was no is the new yes.
All
Is
right
that
now.
we have to figure out what we want to say yes to in our lives, and understand that if in order for us to say yes to one thing, we have to say no to another. We
Mm-hmm.
we have to see that. We have to claim that. And that is a muscle. That takes practice, especially when you're not used to doing it. But
Yes.
here's the beautiful thing about saying no. No, we in my 52-week training,
Mm-hmm.
we spend weeks on how to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Weeks, weeks on understanding the power of it. And not no for the sake of saying no, but understanding what the yes is on the other side of it. Why that yes is important. Leaning into the yes. Focusing on the yes, right? Because in order to get what you want, you have to give up what you don't want. I'm going to repeat that because that's so good right there. In order to
Again.
get what you want, in order to get what you want, you have to give up what you don't want,
All right now.
right?
Yes.
So that and it's constant, right? It's constant. You reinforce it. The more you say it, the more you do it, the more you think it, the more you believe it. The more you say it, the more you think it, the more you do it, the more you believe it. The more you say, and then you start to feel it, and then it becomes a part of who you are. And then the transformation happens. But you
That's a
gotta say it,
t-shirt.
you gotta think it. You got to say it. You got to do it. You got to think it. You got to believe it.
That's a t-shirt.
It's a T-shirt.
That's a
Yes.
t-shirt.
This
Yes.
is a T-shirt. This is a T-shirt night, isn't it?
That's it. It's a
you got,
t-shirt kind
you
of
got
day.
to, yeah, you got to say it. You got to think it. You got to believe it. You got to do all that. You got to claim it.
Yes.
All of that. And it's a process. It's a journey. And you get stronger
Yes.
and stronger and stronger with each step, and you get stronger and stronger when you're doing it in community, when you realize that you're not doing it by yourself,
Yes.
when you got somebody in front of you that'll take your hand and says, come on, that'll say, come on, sis, right, right,
Yes.
you got some
Yes.
weak side help, or you got somebody behind you saying, go on, sis.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
and come on. You gotta go on and come on.
Yes.
You got somebody in front of you. You got somebody behind you. You got somebody on your
Hmm.
flank. Like, cause sometimes you teeter, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
teeter totter. You teeter
And
totter.
sometimes, Michelle, I didn't even know what to say until I heard you say you went to an outing out of town and you didn't eat just because you were there. And when I found myself in a place that was different, out of my element, I didn't eat just because I was there too. So sometimes it really helps to hear the word no thank you, and then to say it's okay to have a cup of hot tea with a lemon, and that's okay while everybody else is
Mhm.
getting lemonade. Because we
Mhm.
community, we are women are community, African people are community, every group, pis- p- Asian, every group of people are community people. There are very few people who
Mhm.
are loners by culture. So
Mhm.
this community
Mhm.
of people that we're with are communities of people who are mindful of their weight, of their wellness and their weight, even if
Mhm.
we're in different places.
Mhm. Mhm. I love that. Mindful of weight and wellness. Yes.
Yes.
It's a, that's a consciousness, right?
Yes.
That is that is consciousness, and that consciousness, that clarity,
Hmm.
and it is, it is, Deborah, and it is consciousness and clarity to save our lives.
Yes.
And this is so, it is, that's the real deal. This is about saving your life, and what's so insidious about the diseases of food addiction and obesity is
Yes.
that it happens so slowly over time that you don't realize it. It
Yes.
happens so slowly over time that you don't think it's a threat. And you only realize this is a threat until you can see it. But every single thing that we put inside of our body is affecting our body at the time, even if we don't see it or feel it.
Exactly.
So what
Wow.
the dis-ease, the
Hmm.
dis-ease that you feel today is because of what you did 20 years ago, or
Yes.
because of what you did 5 years ago, or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not because of what you did yesterday.
And you
It's
know what? I didn't even realize the correlation between, hey, porch lady,
Hi, porch lady.
obesity and blood pressure and cholesterol. And
Yeah.
honestly, since I, in the last month, I've been able, my blood pressure, even with my milk, is normal. So if it can be normal right now, while I'm losing weight, being mindful of what I put on my food and in my mouth, then it can be normal without it as I keep going.
Mhm.
Why I don't, because you never think about disease for real in terms of, like you're saying, your weight, but there is hope in learning to see things different. Everything is inside out in life. All of the fairy tales we learned growing up, we realize Cinderella having seven boyfriends really ain't cute.
Mhm.
And and Jack and the Beanstalk, his daddy was up there, and all of that stuff. It sounds good while we're doing it, But in
Mhm.
the end thereof, we need the opposite.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
what's so encouraging. And that's why you don't have to beat yourself up, because we're still here, even if you're afflicted. A lot of people who are watching us, Michelle, there are 33 people looking at us right now. They're not saying anything. I hope they will hit the like button. But some of them have some real issues. And because they don't see the correlation between their illness and good health, they're not
Mhm.
trying. But I
Mhm.
say to you all, if you would try to get some exercise in so that your hypothalamus can kick in some good endorphins, if you would try to eat a vegetable or a grain or something, based on whatever you need to eat, you can really improve your health if you would try to move. See, I just learned this 2 weeks last weekend at PT. When you don't move, your body has 2 weeks before it atrophies. And that probably makes you feel more painful than if you move. Even if you just sit up and sit back down, just move.
Mhm.
And before you know, we don't know because we're not Jesus, we're not God. We don't know what will happen, but we know that if you move and eat something that grew up out of the dirt in some kind of way or grew from a tree, if you eat something like right now, I'm looking for seeded grapes because that helps cognition. I need my brain to work to give me a blueberry so that my brain can say, boom, boom, come alive. And you don't know how good your overall body will feel. It may help your pancreas and your liver and your thyroid. You know, you don't know. So, this is the group where we're being kind to one another. We're not beating ourselves up because we have high cholesterol or because we have obesity. Hey, Unique, or we're going to be gentle and we're going to listen to our facilitator who has done some of the hard work for us. She can tell us
Yes.
some ways to think based on how we used to think. Now we're thinking a new way. Hold on to a dream. And when you have that dream, then it's going to help you drink water.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
half the problem is you're dehydrated.
Mhm.
And when
Mhm.
that's part of it. So you've got to hold on. You've got
Mhm.
to hold on. You've got to believe. You got to be like Dorothy on the click your heels 3 times and believe.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We're
I
gonna get a
love that.
new belief system, a new culture.
And I'm here to tell you, Deborah Ann, it is
Yes.
possible. That's all I want people to know is that it is possible. And I think that, I struggled with this from the time I was 20 for 40 years.
Mhm.
For 40 years, I struggled with food addiction, processed food addiction, and obesity. The yo-yo dieting. You said it, 700. I never weighed 700 pounds,
Mhm.
but that process of gaining and losing,
Yes.
it was. So you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Um, Yesterday, I was in Baltimore and I was invited to speak at an anti-bullying rally.
Mhm.
And when they asked, and that we talked yesterday, and when they asked me to speak, I was like, I'm a wait a minute, I'm a food store coach. Why are you asking me to speak at a bullying rally? And the guy that asked me said, Michelle, just tell your story. Just tell your story.
Mhm.
And I sat, I did what I tell you to do. I sat it and I thought about it for a while. I was like, I was never bullied about my weight, right? There was, nobody ever really made fun of me that I heard.
Mhm.
But I will tell you this. There were times when I felt isolated. There were
Mhm.
times when I felt afraid, when I felt lonely, when I felt depressed, when
Mhm.
I felt sad,
Mhm.
when I felt traumatized.
Mhm.
I felt all of that.
Mhm.
I felt disconnected. And it doesn't matter the whether it's 700 pounds total that was on my
Mhm.
body, or if it was
Mhm.
gain 30, lose 40.
Mhm.
I mean, lose 40, gain 30, right?
Mhm.
Lose 40, gain 50, lose 50, gain 60. That cycle, that continuous cycle, the cumulative effect is the same. The
Yeah.
dark, the, the dark, bad place that it takes you is the same. I've been in that dark, bad place. I've been in
Yes.
that dark, bad place for a very long time. And
Yes.
I've been in that dark, long place without hope
Yes.
and the skills to get out.
Yes.
I was there. But I'm here to tell you that it is possible to get out, that you can get the skills. And it's all that it is. It is learning how to master your emotions.
Oh
Not
yes.
not
Whew.
not not hide from them, not let them
Whew.
control you, not be afraid of them.
Whew.
It is understand that emotions are just information, right? There's data. We need them. We need to learn, we need to know that it's okay, not just it's okay to have emotions, but it's imperative.
Yes.
I mean that we are spirit beings.
Yes.
When we express our emotions, when we feel our emotions, we are being truly alive in who we are.
Yes.
We need to honor them all. Even the emotions that we think of that have been named bad emotions because they're part of the full experience. And you cannot feel ultimate, transcendent, complete and joy unless you open yourself up to the possibility of the pain that's on the other side.
Okay.
You you have to be willing to experience that and know that it won't kill you, right? Not be afraid of it. Know that it won't last forever. But open yourself up to the full range of it. Yes, I am open to being deeply hurt because
Yes.
I want the euphoria and the high that comes from complete ecstasy. And that's the thing is that once we learn how to master our emotions, we don't get confused. We don't get confused about hunger. We'll know the
Yes.
difference. We can say,
Yes.
ah, I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm not hungry. Right. Ah,
Mhm.
ah, right. This is
Mhm.
just a feeling. This is just a feeling. This is frustration. This isn't hunger. This is disappointment. This isn't hunger. Right. This is confusion. This isn't hunger. This is anxiety. This isn't hunger.
Mhm.
This is stress. This isn't hunger.
Yes.
This is and know that it's okay to feel all of those things. This is boredom, not hunger. This is loneliness, not hunger, right? This is me being exhausted, not hunger.
Mhm.
This is me being dehydrated, not hunger.
All right now.
Once we know how to name all those things and know that it's perfectly okay to feel all of those things, once we have the tools to help us cope with those things, then we don't have to eat unnecessarily. We don't have
Mm.
to eat unnecessarily. Then we can eat for our good, right? We can eat in a way that keeps us aligned, which is what we talked about in the retreat a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Eating so that we can stay in alignment.
Oh
All of that.
man.
But it is something that we have to constantly work at to be conscious about. And Deborah Ann, this is why the journey is beautiful that you're talking about. Why the journey is beautiful, because when we become able to identify these emotions about ourselves and
Mm-hmm.
identify these feelings, it 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 leads us on a path of self-discovery. And we're
Yes.
like, oh, girl, look at you, right? That's what makes it so
Okay.
beautiful because you have an opportunity to just to discover who you really are, to see yourself, right? To just revel in that. That's why it's
Exactly.
beautiful. That's why
Oh,
it's, you're like, girl, look at you. Yeah, oh, look at you. It's
okay.
like you're self seeing yourself.
That's
That's
beautiful.
why it's beautiful.
So let me ask you this: for those who say, "Okay, it sounds good," I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, it sounds good. How do I start? You said you have something going on this week and something going on weekly. I know they
Yeah.
can look in the description and get the TED Talk. They can get the contact information. So, what is going to happen for the next 2 days, and then what happens weekly that you offer to
Oh,
help those people who feel what you're saying but want to get more of it?
yes, 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 yes. Uh, so I'm doing a couple things. Sorry, y'all, I dropped my
Okay,
phone.
okay, that's
uh,
okay.
so so every
Mm-hmm.
Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time,
Mm,
we do a free support group. We do a live, free online support group in
okay,
my Facebook group, which is I Am Brand New Now. Just go on Facebook, find me, Michelle Pettis, I Am Brand New Now, join the
mm,
Facebook group, and you'll get the link to the Zoom call for the weekly Facebook group. And we
okay,
come in this group and we talk about our victories. We talk about our challenges. We talk about
okay.
what's ever on our
We froze there, but hopefully we'll get unfrozen. Okay. So, like Michelle is saying, if you go to I Am Brand New Now on Facebook, or if you look in the descriptions, you'll be able to see her TED Talk, her website, so that you can join the Monday night group. It's 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday. And she's also doing what's called Mind Over Meals for the next couple of days. And you can go to the same place or Michelle at michellepettis.com. You can email her, and that information is in the description so that you can join those wonderful ways to get encouragement in your own way, whatever diet plan you choose. You just may choose to eat more vegetables. You may just choose to go see a dietitian, or you may choose to join a local weight loss plan that helps you. But in our group, you're going to get encouragement. So we're able to help encourage you, and you encourage us. We help one another along each step of the way. So I want to thank Michelle. We do this every Thursday. And twice a month, I also interview people who have weight loss surgery or who've lost a lot of weight. I reached out to a gentleman. I hope he says yes. He's lost 75 pounds. He looks marvelous through juicing. So we want to talk to anybody who's done something successful towards their weight loss and cheer them on and get cheered and encouraged. So comment down below. We are at 26 months for me of exercising. So we say hashtag 26 hashtag big steps. We're taking big steps. Hashtag chin up. Because I encourage you to lose weight with me, and we're keeping our chin up. We're taking big steps, and we're going to count the months that we are exercising and moving and changing our life. So, thank y'all so much. Okay. I'll see y'all tomorrow for those of you who are going to be joining us, and I'll see y'all anytime on YouTube. So, peace and hair grease. You know, I appreciate you. Comment, like, and subscribe and support the channel. Look in the description for ways to do that. Thank you. Bye.